Hello guys, welcome back to my Rooms gaming tutorial. And in today's video, I'm actually pushing back portal spawners and roamers to next episode to prioritize some polishes. I've already done some. I've added um sprinting and health custom GUI and some camera effects that I prefer. And so yeah, although one of them might backfire, but I'm not sure. There should be unnecessary scripts in your in the link below because some of these things are complicated beyond my understanding, and I just don't feel like making two more videos to this series. I want to focus more on actually coding the entities and the rooms and stuff like that. So I'm going to put this script, rewind shift lock to control, which is self-explanatory, so it won't interfere with your sprinting, and you can still have sprinting. Now, room progress is one of the most important scripts here because it is the script that runs the telebuttons. So yeah. So you go into service script service, and then footstep sound effects is the least important one. I think I found this one like off the toolbox somewhere and then modified it a bit. So carpet made walking on carpet sound. So whatever we use for the floor, fabric made walking on carpet sound. So we can just drop this into starter character scripts, and we can delete this. And then there's a lot of awesome tutorials for sprinting and some for health bars also, so you can do that if you want. There's this camera tilt screen that I got off, and this camera bob that I got off of the toolbox one time. And the most important part, make sure that this is here, and when you open a new door, it should start increasing. But most importantly, when you leave and when you come back, it should still remember what room you were at. First of all, for the polishers and stuff like that, is that I am going to make a tele button. A button that when you press, it teleports you. So yeah, I'm going to add a part. I'm going to scale it. Scale. Maybe something like this. And we're going to name this Teleportation. We're going to give it a script and then a proximity prompt. Put the script under the proximity prompt. We're going to put a number and a string value under there named sect and num. We're going to teleport. This one's going to teleport you 50 rooms ahead. This one's going to, and that's going to be in the A sect. We'll visit this, come back and visit this once we get to sections, and then I'm going to also add a a surface GUI, a text label. I'm going to set the size to 1, set background transparencies to 0, text scale, and I'm going to put tally to sect dash room num. And script. And in script we're going to name the script tally handle, and then we're going to write script.parent.trigger connect function anonymous autofill. Shorten this down to ply. If ply dot find first child leader stats, all lowercase, sorry. Then and then after that, dot no, I think it's this, the 2 brackets, and go back in the room progress, and what did I call it? Oh yeah, furthest room, I think. Oh yeah, for this to work, for this room service thing to work, you need to go to experience setting, go to security, and enable studio access to API services. And that should be it. Value is greater or equal to script.num.value then we can do game.values replicated switch out values.section value equals script.sect.value for I, x and I pairs quote no, not ix. I equals 1 script.num value. Let me check if I'm recording. Yeah, I am. Game.replicate storage.events.gen fire task.wait 0.01, let's just say, and then after that, and workspace.spawn ints clear all children, and then after that we're going to pli dot character pivot to game dot replicate storage dot values dot current room dot value dot in the obj.intr dot cframe. Yeah. And hopefully that should be it. But first I need to drag it. First I want to actually go down here and say, game replicated storage, dot events gen dot event connect function script dot parent dot enabled equals false to prevent double teleportation. I'm going to drag this right here, and actually I'm going to, before all of this, I'm going to set script dot parent dot surface GUI dot text, which I'm going to give a name, so I'm going to need to change that. Surface GUI will become just going to stay the same, and text label is going to be 2. No, I'm just going to keep it the same. Dot text equals quote telling to not a dash, telly to, make sure there's a space after that, dot script dot sect dot value dot quote dash dot script dot script dot num dot value. So it should read out teleport to A50, except it actually needs to be anchored. Except it will give me an error because I misspelled value. VALUE. Gonna anchor this real quick since I'm here. And I'm going to actually drag this into spawner room. I'm going to put this in a folder by Control Shift G, I think. No, Control Shift F. Nope, that just makes a union. Oh, it's Control Alt G actually. I'll call this tally. This is just for sorting purposes. So A A0 to A 200. It is not going to work because simply due to the fact that I only progressed 8 rooms. That is why it's not going to work. There's nothing wrong with your code, I hope. So, yeah. I'm just going to run the code that we usually do. And I'm going to set it to, 1000 or so. That was supposed to have a weight in it. Please don't crash. Oh god. I gotta leave before it gets serious. Look how many A200s there are. And now, hopefully, I can have 1,000 rooms to my name, which I do. So hopefully, it will let me teleport. And that seems to be the case. Yay, hurrah, hurrah. I can teleport. And I can visit me wee friend A60 if I do not get mauled. What happens if I press this again? I can't. Good. I'm gonna set up it first. Tele button. A50. A100. A150. A200. A250. I'm gonna change this to A-200 to A-400. 300. Now actually move these here, move this here. Delete this one, because we do not need this. You'd preferably want a separate wing of the rooms for the tally buttons. And this one will come 350. And I can save this. And then I could go to A350 if I wanted to. Oh yeah, and also go down here, type 4 I, X, N, I pairs, game, get descendants, if X is a part X dot cast, what was it? It was like something like yeah, cast shadow. Cast shadows equals true. Now, it may look hideous at first, but hopefully all I have to go is go to lighting and turn off global shadows. And yes, that seems to have worked. So the entity lights make shadows, but not the world itself. So point lights will make shadows, but not the entity lights. See? Look, shadows. My bet's on A60. Ooh. See? And that battery used to not have a shadow. And the boss had a shadow. Summon. Never mind. 200 deadly. From last episode. Yeah, I kind of need to do that. Entities. A 200. Make you do 200 damage because it's a 200. And then while I'm here, I'm going to add a folder into one of them called Shake Handle. I'm going to set two number values. One of them's intensity, which I will just set to a default of like 20 or something. And then range, which will be a default of, let's just say, 1000. And it's not 1000. And then I'm going to copy this, select all of these guys, and paste into selected. Maybe a 160 will have a range of 5, 1, 2, 3, and have the same intensity. A 200 will have a 5, 1, 2, 3 range, but a lower intensity. And then good old A60 will have a high intensity and a low range. Maybe something like that. And then we can add a character script into here called Shake Handle. We're going to define a local shake intense will equal 0, and that'll be it. Do game dot get service run service dot render stepped, I think. Yeah, render stepped, not heartbeat, render stepped function. We're going to set shake intense to 0 at the very beginning. We're going to go for I, x, n, game, workspace dot spawn ends, do, oh wait, I need to give that a get children and put that in an I pairs. I pairs. And before I forget, I'm going to go into here. I'm going to go to A135 and set both of the intensity and the range to 0. Because they are summoner. They summon. Oh yeah. If X find first child, quote, shake handle, then, so we can actually just delete the whole entire shake handle from A135. We can set, we can first check if PLR, I'm going to define a local above that. I'm going to local PLR equals game dot players dot local player if PLR dot character, not primary part, dot position minus. I'm going to actually set this to int for consistency, because entities are going to be spawned int minus entity dot pri. I'm going to set into a model, primary part. Apparently I cannot function today. Dot PLSITION. Put that in parentheses. Dot magnitude. I hope that's how you spell magnitude. Is less than int. Oh my god, behave int dot shake handle dot range dot value. Going to shake intense plus equal int dot shake handle dot intensity dot value. And then we can do if shake intense is greater than 0, then we can do, first I need to define the camera. Local cam equals workspace dot current camera or something like that. Cam dot camera type equals enum dot camera type dot scriptable temporarily, and then under that with some room we're going to put cam dot camera type equals enum dot camera type dot custom, which is normally what Roblox uses. We're going to set cam dot. We're gonna pivot to the cam to something like C-frame dot new cam dot position cam dot maybe C-frame dot x cam dot C-frame dot y, cam dot C-frame dot z, and then I think it's multiply. C-frame dot new math math.rad, math.random, negative, shake intense, comma, shake intense. And then I just need to, copy that, comma, space, copy that. Comma, space, copy that, I think. And hopefully that should work. So I'm just gonna go to A300, let's just say. Oh, it seems I've mistyped something. Oh yes, I put 1 dot instead of 2. So yeah, hopefully it works. Hopefully when the ents are briefly in existence, it seems like it does not work. Maybe I actually need to do something along the lines of maybe something like cam.ori cam.not trying to look for something along the lines of rotation or orientation. Nope, it's just cam.cframe. Let's try multiplies equals by that. Maybe. Trying to get the camera to tilt. I think I may have it working, maybe? Actually, let me see how that camera tilt script does it. Camera sway. So I was on the right track. I think. I'm actually just gonna walk to A10 because the entity is close. How did you kill me? Well, except that is not the thing I want you to do. I want you to do the rotation. So maybe something like this will work. Yeah? Oh, somebody just walked in and then left. Hopefully something like this will work. I should maybe increase the FOV too for dramatic effect. Again, not yeah, not the right thing. Not in the right direction. I am actually going to observe the camera script. I mean the camera. Why did I do that? Its position and its orientation to see what is up. What? How? How did the jump scares break? Let me see how the other thing did it. C-frame dot angles. Ah yes, C-frame dot angles, not C-frame dot new. Now hopefully it works. Works. Work please. Okay, that is obnoxious. This value may be adjusted. So how about I, before that, divide you by 10. Shake and tense. Sorry? Equals shake and tense divided by 10 or something like that. Maybe? And let's teleport to A50 to meet our good friend A60. And how to tune the values. God, this screen's like that. With your boy A60 mouse. I can actually divide it by 20 maybe. So the entity would each do 1 degree. This is why you test your game. Now that seems good. maybe I should actually only divide it by 10 and then actually go into entities and change all of the ones back. A200 will have an in 5. So A25, A40, and A160, I think, A10 intensity. Will be down to, let's just say, 10. And then hopefully that works. Let's get a 300 for fun. A200 Screenshake. Yeah, maybe a wee bit too weak. And you have noticed. You must have divided. No, I'm only dividing by 10. I'm being stung off base by A200. Yeah, but anyways, it's actually only 43 minutes, so, what should I do to fill this time, I guess we finished early, guys. Goodbye and see you tomorrow. So, like, bye. See you again.